Hey everybody, this is Kyle. Let's start this video off by quoting the movie Back to the Future. You know, the part where, what's his name, Marty McFly is playing with the band and the guy gets on the phone and he's like, Chuck, this is your cousin Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, I think I found something. I found my cat. So this is like take 10 of this video. I recorded something earlier today, but I was talking way too much. And yeah, that doesn't work here on YouTube. So here is the short version of a long story. A few months ago, I played a show in Milwaukee, and I'm here in St. Louis. It's about a 6-hour drive one direction, and on the way back, I was thinking, how can I perform some of the new songs I've been releasing? Because there's this new studio version, which all the Kevins are going, oh, you're playing hip-hop now, and all this ridiculous stuff. And then I have an acoustic version of the same song. I was thinking, do I go studio or acoustic, and then it hit me. Why don't I just put them both together? And well, hey, how can I step this up? Because if you really watch my videos and you're not just doing the, oh, full watch, like number 12, see you soon type thing, which honestly, if you're one of those people, just don't even comment there. Just say, hey, cool video or something like that. Don't say see you soon or I'm doing this. Dude, learn how to YouTube. This is my other new shirt. I have my old shirt hanging here, but this is a new one and it fits really well. And it makes me, like, when I tell something that would be like a dad joke, if I wasn't like a cat dad, it would make me just that much funnier. This is my new instrument. This is called a groove box. It's a Roland MC707, and what this has is a whole bunch of drum machines, synthesizer. I can take sounds off my studio software, things I've recorded, parts of songs I previously recorded, and I can play things through live. Even though in a live setting it's not as cool as you think it would. But let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video just on this. So here's where we get to the point of this video and that new sound you've been looking for. I'm adding a third way to how I perform live. I do live looping with pre-recorded drums, which all the Kevins will go, oh, you didn't play your own drums. Like, yeah, whatever. But I do live looping, makes me sound like a full band. I play acoustically, and I often will loop too acoustically because it's fun to jam. And if you can sound bigger than one person, that is usually a good thing. But this third way is taking my songs and re-envisioning them using this groove box. And this groove box is oriented for performing. And when you perform with it, it's kind of like being a DJ. If you've seen some of the classic like 90s EDM acts like Orbital, The Orb, Underworld, Prodigy, stuff like that, that's kind of what you can do with this. So a week ago, I was set to debut this new sound live in St. Louis. Unfortunately, the venue had double booked, so it's going to be a couple weeks from now. By the time you see this video, I will have already, tried this new sound out live, and video of that will be going on Patreon. But since last week, the gig hadn't canceled. I'd spent the previous month, January, being so sick I could barely talk. I kind of wondered if I'd ever be able to sing again, to be honest with you. Since that show was canceled, I set up a little performance spot and video place here at home. And even though it was kind of weirdly set up, I'll tell you about that in a second, did a few songs and made a video for Patreon, so a little private performance just for them. So for this video set up at home, I made quite a big mistake in how I set things up. The camera angle isn't totally good. You'll see that in these little song clips and stuff. But where my microphone is really far away from what I need to be doing with my hand. So as I'm playing with the guitar, I hit a button and go back to my guitar. That was a lot further than what I would do like in a gig setting, if I was setting up on a stage or, some venue or something like that. So as you see this, keep in mind that as I'm getting used to where the mic is, where my hands need to be, it took me a little bit more time than usual. So if it seems smooth, then hey, maybe I'm just not as bad as you think I am. Unless we're talking about like 70s, early 80s bad, then yeah, I am that bad. You know what I'm saying? So here's the first song clip. This is my song, Could Be Why. Jumping into this one. And this one, instead of doing anything really crazy and new, I just kind of take the funky vibe of that song and make it a little electronic. Never leave in times of trouble. In good times I'll do my best to give you thrills. I'll
Show you the best of all you can imagine. Share your dreams, celebrate every win. Go ahead and ask, you know the answer. You know the reason could be why. Go ahead and ask, you know the answer. You know the reason could be why.
The second clip is my song All Mine. And earlier when I mentioned this new sound and something, here's where I get something going that's a little interesting. And am I the first one to do this? I would think no. But it was fun to take a hip hop beat and a blues vibe and bring those together.
Is that a smile or an answer? Do you really need to say those words? Last time I'ma ask you, how much are you mine? Oh, you're all mine. You're all mine. Baby, 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 just thought you ought to know. You're all mine. You're all mine. Baby, 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 just thought you ought to know.
This third clip is my song Ring My Bell. And again, I take this idea of hip hop and blues and progress a little bit. Instead of my Kyle sound, as some people call it on here, which is basically a St. Louis or Memphis bluesy, funky rhythm. I mean, that's why I play guitar, that kind of syncopated, funky thing I do. That's St. Louis, that is Memphis in terms of blues and things like that. For Ring My Bell, I decided to go further down river all the way to New Orleans, add some horns, and really, really, really get deep in the funk. It's thicker than your mom.
How many mornings can I look into your eyes, compare you to the sunrise? And how you'd act surprised. No truth you were telling me, no reason to cry. I wanna know. Are you gonna ring my bell? gonna ring my bell. When you're done me, leave me with a good story to tell. Ring, 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 ring my bell. Ring, 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 ring my bell. Ring, 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 ring my bell.
Hey, thanks for checking these out. The full video is on Patreon. As always, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Unless you are one of those Kevins in the comments. That should be a shirt.